Hey, how are you? It's JD from Car Flipping Secrets, and I just wanted to make a quick video to talk to you about another strategy you could employ in your car flipping business. And I might have mentioned it in one of my other videos, but and it's only good if you know how to work on cars or you know somebody who knows how to work on cars. And that's to pick up cars that need work. Purposely go after cars like that because you could get them much cheaper than if you're buying a car that's in really good, in really good condition to flip. You could still make a profit that way, and I've done it over and over and over again. But at the same time, if you could buy a car that needs like a tranny, or it needs a power steering rack, or whatever, or it even needs a new motor, you could either do the work yourself, if you know what you're doing, obviously, or you could hook up with a mechanic that you trust. And well, it just got windy. I hope the wind noise isn't bothering you too much. It's actually windy. It's like 96 degrees right now. I'm on Long Island in New York. But you could whatchamacallit, if you hook up with a mechanic who knows how to work on cars, you just work out a deal with them where you basically you buy the car with your own money, you buy the parts, and then they do the labor for free. And then what happens after that is you split the profit. So let's say it costs you, the car needs a tranny and you get the car for $500. You buy the tranny, maybe you get a used one, or you get a reman or whatever, and then or you get a new one. Whatever you want to do, that's up to you. You get a reman, and then your mechanic fixes it. Probably, if you were to get that done, and paid the mechanic, it'd probably cost you a couple $1,000, or at least $1,000 in labor. But you don't have to pay for the labor. So what you do is, like I said, you work out a deal with your mechanic, one that you trust, obviously, and you you buy the car, you buy the parts, and then he fixes it, and then you guys split the profit. All right, so it's a very good strategy. In fact, I was about to grab this car. I don't know if you could see it. Let me flip. I don't know if I could do this. I can't flip my camera around. I don't know if you could see that. Can you see that? Yeah, it's my neighbor's Infiniti G20. He's a couple of houses down from me. I saw that he had to sit in the driveway. There it is, right there. I saw he had to sit in the driveway with no plates on, so I asked him if he was selling it, what the deal was with the car. He's like, yeah, I'm selling it, but it needs a power steering rack. At this point, I'm just looking to I'm probably just going to scrap it because it needs too much work, and it's not worth it. So I happen to have someone in my family who knows how to work on cars really good. He actually races cars, and takes apart. He's races like real serious. Does some real serious big boy racing. So him and the family, they're constantly taking apart and rebuilding race cars. So changing a power steering rack, for example, with this car would have been a piece of cake for him. And we were going to split the profit. Basically, I was planning on maybe taking the car off of his hands for like $500 off of my neighbor's hands, and then excuse me, and then getting this power steering rack, which isn't even that much. It's I saw them on eBay for like brand new for like $287, and then you figure in shipping and whatnot, a little bit, $320, $350, and then we put the rack in, and then I was thinking, I was like, yeah, I could sell that, because I did some research on how much the car was worth. I could probably sell the car for $2,500, and then we would have made $400 or $500 each, in profit. But what happened was I asked him if there was anything else wrong with it, and he said, yeah, the tranny slips, it needs a battery, it just happened to have 188,000 miles on it. So I decided to pass on that one, on that particular vehicle to flip. But it's just another strategy you can employ, and if you just you never know what and that's another thing, you never know what you're going to find in your own neighborhood. This guy was 2 doors down. Had it just only needed a power steering rack, I would have definitely jumped on it. Had my little brother-in-law swap out the rack, bought a new rack to put in, swapped it out, and then cleaned the car up and made a nice little profit, maybe $500 to $700 each, and it would have been a good day. It would have just been another car that I successfully flipped. But sometimes you got to know, what's that saying? You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. This time I folded because I wasn't about to get into tranny slippage and a power steering rack. If it was just one or the other, then it would have been something worth doing, but it wasn't, so I passed on it. But anyway, just keep that in mind when you're out there on the prowl looking for cars to flip. If you happen to know somebody who's a mechanic and is good at what they do, and you can trust them, you can work out a deal where you buy the car, you pay for the parts, and they fix it. They do all the labor, and then you split the profit. You can even work out a better deal where you only give them 25 to 30% of the profit, whatever you want to do. But it's just another way to make easy, fast money flipping cars by picking up cars that need work. All right. So with that said, I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Oh, and one more thing, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you get on my list. There's a link in the description to get on my list, because I'll tell you about some other cool stuff I have, other cool things that I do to flip cars and help me optimize my profit and make the most money possible and get the most phone calls and all that other stuff. So with that said, have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.